watch me while I sleep. Don't require your belief. Offering silence but no relief. Can you scream without a sound? Like the freeze that's coming down. Barren space where nothing grows. A secret place where no one goes.
Well, hello, family. We are ready to begin our Old Gods of Appalachia game. And we are ready to tons of our fun. And, of course, want to say special thanks to the musicians. Yeah, Bob Ponzer King's the song Cocytus, as we get in the mood to go into things dark and horrible. So glad you came, and we hope that by the time you finish joining us, the darkness hasn't found you too much. Victory. Those who know that word, that feeling, vary. And as much as they vary, so does their concept of that. Victory. You see, there are those, we are glad for those who have been able to spend their time in leisure. Sports where you hit a ball or throw it or toss it. And in there, they have concepts of the sacrifice of time, of body, of strain. But that understanding of that type of victory, family, is not what those in these hills know. Oh no. Here, or on summer days, the way the sun hits these hills, there's more shadow than light. Places that even at 3 o'clock are dark. Here, victory mostly means you ain't dead yet. You look at the elders of this place, the old granny witches, and there show you scars, places where organs once were or bones had been cut out to appease what is here. Many families will show you in their house that they could afford, that's still draining, where the land is poisoned a bit. And they just know the little patches that they can put some plants in to not get sick. They have on their shelves, portrait after portrait, pictures of ones who died at 13. Others that died in their 20s, but the price was they never got to see the child that was going to be born in the womb. And often those two pictures are together. The daddy who never saw the child who never grew up to be a daddy. And then mom has more generations to feed what lies here. And that's victory. Here it's being a place where what lives here hasn't made you holler yet. Has it turned you into shadow or some things far worse? As long as you have a piece of human left in you, and occasionally can save some. Oh, yes. That's an Appalachia victory right there. It is this type of thought and emotion, the shadow of reality, that weighs on 5 travelers. Nina Jennings as she leads Charlie, Ruby, Ivy, and Basil through dark woods. A bit scared to try the roads, and there were a road, well, that's a whole other thing. Nina felt it best to stick to the old paths, as dangerous as they were. As she walked, she said, "Now, you all be careful. Don't know how experienced you all traveling the woods. Stay together. Not any one of us, not all of us are asleep ever. We keep vigilant and watch how when I make the fires, how we do the campsite. That'll mostly keep things away. Or at least let us know when they come. We're on the run right now. And unfortunately, we're going right through what we just pissed off's territory. So, just keep your wits about you. On some of these long days of mountain travel, type of things you all talk about.
No, why would we have anything to talk about?
Yeah, I actually do think Harley and Charlie would see if he could talk to Ivy.
What's up, Charlie?
Just, see how you were doing. Wasn't down there with y'all under the church. Obviously y'all took care of it.
Yeah, the girls were amazing. They did what we needed to do. All of us made it alive.
Cool.
How about you? How was it up top?
Well, did a bit more running than done in a while, but we also want to say Jack was as good as his word. He never got near me. He's not the real me. Okay, well, So I just feel like I hadn't had a chance to talk with you lately and wanted to make sure. I don't know.
Make sure what, Charlie?
Pattern of these things is usually that things don't usually go off quite that well, not that easily. So I guess maybe I'm just a little paranoid. That's all.
Maybe we're just getting better at it, Charlie.
Maybe you are.
I mean, all this does seem to come a little bit easier every day, doesn't it?
Knowing what to do. The mechanics of it start becoming easier. I don't know if it's becoming any easier to actually deal with. But
If you learn to just let some things go, it does become easier.
what have you let go?
Just things, Charlie. Just things.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, then
You know, our friends over there made quite some vengeance deals.
give us a look. But come again?
Yeah, Charlie. Each one of them swore an oath to vengeance.
Not a vengeance against vengeance against the thing to the church, or
I think you might want to ask them.
well, just wanted to check in. Feel like I haven't had a chance to talk with you lately, so I wanted to apologize for that.
No need to apologize, Charlie. I'm glad you checked in. Lots been going on, you know. We've all been dealing with things, and we've all been changing.
Well,
I
you know what
guess
they
how
say.
Oh.
You know what they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Maybe for some, but I don't know if all of us are going to be the same at the end of this.
One can only hope. Well, I'm not sure what outcome I'm hoping for. Just let me know if you need anything.
I will, Charlie. You should definitely check on the other two.
Yeah, at some point I will. He looks like he's doesn't really want to look in their direction at the moment.
Anything from Basil or Ruby?
No, I've got nothing to talk about. I'm fine.
No, I think Ruby is just. I think Ruby is more quiet than usual.
Well, I'm not. You both made vengeance pacts.
I don't recall what you're talking about.
I do.
We take down a man in New York that has well, quite frankly, some scary friends, and yeah, how are we gonna take him down, Ruby? What was your idea on that?
But that's Ruby's pack. What about your pack?
I do not recall what you were talking about. Besides, I think Ruby's is a little harder. Why don't we focus on that?
Well, I think a good start would be taking care of the girls at the matchstick factory.
Right, that's why we're here. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we should focus on.
Yeah.
So, what I'm gathering is that we've added to our to-do list. Is that what I'm gathering?
Well, I mean, technically, it's not like add in. It's just like a little footnote that you stick on.
How big of a little footnote, Basil?
I believe Ruby said she was going to end his entire empire.
Somebody else said they were going to end somebody's entire family line.
I don't recall that.
I'm sure you don't.
Charlie's eyes go wide, and he first looks at Ruby, and then he looks at Basil after Ivy says that. Reaches into his bag, and he's still got the jug of Jack's liquid courage. And
Hey, you just had to run over a candle. No judgment.
Well, there's no judgment, Basil. Trust me. I'm not in a position to judge anybody. Yeah, thinking about adding
Your
to the
unborn
list.
child.
Does Basil know about that? Was she listening in after all?
So how are you? Oh, look at that! Close to the mountains.
Sorry, above table. Did
She was listening at the door. Of course she was.
Okay. Just making sure.
You think for
Okay, and that
she wasn't.
in that case, rewind a little bit. Charlie doesn't say anything, but he's done with the conversation.
Are we there yet?
Still walking right now. I was just trying to give you.
No, I was saying that annoyingly to Nina.
Oh. It's not shut up.
You know, that's a good idea. Let's shut up.
No, you really didn't. There was not a need to ask that question. Let's have patience.
Ruby will lean into Charlie real quick and be like, she keeps on teasing us. Maybe we should just start doing the same thing with them too. They fight like they're married.
Charlie sort of has a dull look in his eyes. Yeah.
Why are we going up in the mountain again?
And Underwoods.
Right.
Charlie slightly shakes his head and goes, yeah, and we need to... When we were told about the Underwoods, we were told specifically, go to them if you know what you want. But do we know what we're going to them for?
Wasn't it to help that slime?
That's what I'm asking, is I thought it was to see how to deal with the Calhoun hate.
I think our biggest problem with that was the power. Enough, like, because I think if we take care of the Calhoun hate, then it'll be easier to take care of the slime or the algae.
Uh-huh.
And I think our problem is binding Calhoun.
The cockamamie idea of binding him with my guitar.
Yeah.
I still say it's a good idea.
It's an idea. Let's leave it at that.
We just need to learn, or we need help with the binding process, learning how to bind something like that.
Out of curiosity, are we making any more promises or deals or vengeance pledges or other things that are going to keep us away from our home by going into these woods?
Abby starts to giggle. Of course we are.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too.
We ain't going home for a long time.
Right, we gotta get you to California.
In Jennings here. The Underwoods are they're fair now. They're not mean people or nothing like that. It's just as long as you're willing to do your work, I'll get a good wood in for you, but so given what we all just went through, the idea of owing a favor probably sits at you the step a long way, but it ain't like that. It's more just when somebody does something good for you, you'd want to do something good for them, right?
Of course.
That's all this is. So, Granny witches really ever ask. Unless they need something specific for what you need. I might ask you to get it, but other than that, it's just more interested that they know that they can call upon you should they need to help somebody else. They need to help you do that. You understand?
Makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes complete sense. It's like just one good deed for another.
And then another, and then another.
Yeah. Well, if only things weren't so complicated in these hills, it'd be a lot easier.
What makes these hills so complicated?
What, these hills? Well, I guess it might be simple to some, but I mean, we are drinkers and pilferers of blood, of ancient creatures.
That'd be a great opening to a vampire book.
Think about this. You know who lived here before? All types of folks.
I'm assuming they were doolally, whoever they were.
Doolally. And no one lived in these hills. Not before. My folks were brought across in chains. Or yours came across oceans. Ain't no one lived in these hills. People whom the land all around was stolen from, they knew better. They knew better indeed. They would only come to hunt when there was nowhere else to go. Because they knew that to do so would be to be hunted themselves. And yet here we are, making homes.
Why is there music here then?
People bring music with them.
No, this is not that.
What you hear it's a symphony. The green is strong here. It has to be if it was to hide and tie and bind all the things that were imprisoned in these hills. There are a type of beats, what you might think of as a heart, though I'm sure it looks nothing like one. Nothing's deep here. In other words, there are many layers, many clefts, I think. Say, why is music here? It's more likely that that's why you're here while others are here. I'm sure you'll find out. Go ahead, sorry.
He was just going to say, what does it want from me?
Well, if I know. But chances are you'll find out when it wants you to. It's usually what it is. Whenever that's when it comes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Anything else? All right, now.
I was just gonna say I don't think so.
Okay. In that case, you all take a night here. When you're more in the middle of things. And it begins to get very dark. Some of you, it's been a little while where you're a little bit of time since you're out in the deep woods. The wind begins to blow. Now, Nina, for her credit, every night set out stones, 7 around the fire, and 7 around the greater place where you all made your camp. She always made sure that wherever you stopped, you were always near water. And one stone, secured tightly, always ended up being there. Many say you'd want a certain distance lest you get wet. And Nina just tell you, we'll be right here lest we end up dead. Or worse. So now, the only thing, like I said before, is we keep this fire burning. As long as it burns, well, we should be alright.
So we set up watches.
You as you please. But yeah, one of us should be awake at all times.
Makes sense.
You know, before you all have a chance, we'll find herself asleep. See her, like some of you, have not been in the mood for talking. And then you do all begin to hear footsteps in the woods.
Nope, I don't hear nothing.
That generally means that Basil's heard something. What'd you hear, Basil?
Nothing. Mama always told me that if you don't hear it, you don't see it, you're fine.
Is anyone out there? Hello?
Why would you call to it?
Can we tell which way it's coming from?
You'll hear. Seems to come in just beyond the water. As you call out, See the figure of a young boy. Overalls, thick clothes. Maybe 11. Hey there.
It's nighttime?
Yeah.
What are you doing out here, young one?
I just came to come get some water.
Well, water's right there. Nobody's stopping you.
Yeah. What you all doing here?
Passing through.
Passing through.
It's awful late for you to be out getting water.
Oh. Well, we're always moving.
So you're passing through too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is we?
Oh. Me and the other boys. And him. That's all. We had stopped here. He looks over, and there's a mine right over there. Some of what it has still moves into this stream when it rains. Came to find someone. Now they want us to find someone. It happens all the time.
Who'd you come to find?
Oh, only he knew his name. He's still new. That's all. The new ones have a hard time talking at first.
Well, why don't you get your water and get back to your friends?
He said I should listen. He just thought that you would have enjoyed talking to me first. But okay. I'll go now.
Why? Why do you people?
And as they begin to walk away, it is there that you begin to see shadows and silhouettes of other boys. Many. What once seemed to be the outline of a bush now has that boyish charm, ruffled hair, but eyes that are empty sockets. You see some skin burnt and charred, melted, fused with bone. And others, skin made black with coal. Chests caved in, teeth black and rotted. And still others, mashed limbs and heads that aren't entirely whole. You're not sure how many stand there. Every time you try to count, they move. They're all watching. Anything anybody wants to do?
We wake up Nina. Hey. Charlie will take that as a yes.
Oh,
I
and then a light comes from within. But light is more. Light is the wrong word, really. It's more like a color. A blue color that holds within it black, like a blue lantern. Only blue and only visible because inside of what must be the glass is a blacker darkness than you have ever seen. And dark shadows fill your fire itself. The gaps in it are darker. The places when the fire flickers and for a brief moment an area is not lit, it is unperceivable. And even the shadows of Nina Jennings grow thick. You, says a voice, and as it speaks, you see a boy slightly older than the others, maybe 13, 14. And now he holds the lantern. Eyes that are sockets, and from within them burn that blue color. Overall, stained with blood. A neck handkerchief. You. Come on the graves of those who have died. You pass through shadows darker than what chases you. Why?
we're in search of help for from what it looks like for people who are in the same position that you may have been, mistreated, abused. We can't help you. At least I don't know if we can help you, but we can help them. We mean no harm.
You lie.
No.
You mean harm. Maybe not to us.
We mean you no
But
harm.
you have plenty of harm in your soul.
Yeah.
You do.
I do. We mean you no harm. You're children.
And
You're
I none to you. But there are those you see who hide from me. Blood on the hands of the man you lied with once. And turns to Basil. Blood on the man you run from, who once tried to give you a ring.
I mean, you seem to know why we're here then, don't you?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Hey, am I still on?
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're still
I
on.
know what happened.
Still there?
Guys, run away with me. Let's go. I never knew.
Yeah, after he said that whole thing about you being almost engaged, now Basil being almost engaged, he got a look on his face.
Sure.
You're in the same house as him. Go find out.
Fine, I'll be back.
All right.
Make me get up out of my comfy chair.
We love you.
Yep.
Oh, there he is. I just sent Paula to come check on you.
Yeah, it's back now. So
You get up for nothing. Comfy.
I love you, Paula.
I love you. Ugh.
So as soon as I finished talking that last time, I lost audio. So
Oh,
Yeah,
Basil
very
was just
fun.
like, well, you seem to know why we're here, so. What's the real reason you approached us?
I have not lied. I told you why I came. I come with my boys. And there's a rustling. There's all the young boys shift. I come. Your hearts bleed vengeance. I am that. You smell sweet and
So
useful.
Useful how?
I have not been able to get to them. But you may yet decide to do that.
Them who?
Those who you seek, those you have sworn your vengeance upon. The vengeance of the darkness. Thus said, you paid for a man you lied with, or the one that gave her the ring, and you wish to destroy them. And I will offer my assistance. And he holds up the lantern. This.
What happens after their vengeance is taken care of and you're left in these lands that they go to take care of this? Lands that you're not from.
What I offer is my lantern. The blue ghost. It is shadow. It is fear. But also hidden intention. It can hide the dagger meant to torture before it cuts a throat. It can hide the scent of gas flowing through a building till you're ready to light it. It can hide the tripwire where one will fall and set their own lamp ablaze, and they'll scream as they are roasted. The ones you two seek have tortured many. So I offer. You find a mine when you are ready for your toils and your tasks. And you promise me to make them suffer in whatever you wish. Pain. Walking taken. Maybe an eye burned to its core. I'll leave the specific up to you. But they must feel terror and sorrow and loss. And most of all, pure fear. There's a chorus of agreement and thirsty vengeance from the boys that follow the boy with the lantern. You go to a mine, you make the promise, and I will come and give you blue.
What do you want in return?
You keep the promise you make. You make them to suffer. That is all. Well, I come for you.
So all we need to do is go into a mine, and that's when we can make this promise.
That's right. When you're ready, for I do not lend blue out for long. And I expect those who take up the charge of mine to be swift and judicious.
Okay.
Then I will be listening near the mine where my charges have died. They have killed my boys. The cries of the boys made to scuffle into shafts, to run in streets, to die on rail cars. In their moments they cry, I am that cry. Or see it made, but they asked done.
I understand.
So I will wait and listen. And I guess a half smile while we could find those who are more accessible. Time to go to our next barbecue, boys. And the eyeless boy who leads the dead boys walks into shadow. It is some time before your eyes stop telling you that there are boys in those shadows. Or maybe it's just what you want to believe.
You know, I think I'm getting too used to all the creepy shit that happens around us.
Yeah.
Well, who wants to take first watch?
I'll take first watch. You all get some rest.
No, wake me in a few hours.
All right.
She'll curl up, try and get some sleep.
Alright. Then anything is you all just are here? You take that watch one by one. It's hard not to believe there are things. During the time you let Nina also be up, she mumbles under her breath. Can't believe y'all talk to things that call out. Y'all crazy.
Great.
Crazy. And then the next night, And after you continue making your way through and around, another day when there is a group of middle-aged folks. Seems men and women. You can see that they have made a very poor camp. Not quite trained right. See any type of creature could come right in. They don't have their food done right. These people shouldn't be out in the woods. And Nina immediately is like, I don't like talking to strange folks in the woods. It's up to me. We'll just pass on by. We'll try to sneak by. What you say?
I feel like there's just been too much death already. Like, I think that if we can help them,
Help him what?
like, I don't know, like make it more safe. Just
Charlie,
I don't have enough fingers to count how many things wrong with their setup.
Charlie.
sort of, while they're talking, scrutinizes them. I would like to try to see if this is legitimate. Or if this is too much of an obvious sort of, well, I want to say trap, but sort of oh, we don't know what we're doing. We're obviously lost out here. Wants to sort of see through deception.
All right.
Which I am trained in, and we'll put a point. I'm assuming this is an intellect.
Yes, an intellect challenge.
We'll put one effort into it, and I'm trained in it. So that's a 16.
Um. Look at their intention. See, there's a. It's like they have some charms and a few odd, like, pieces of what looks like Appalachian magic things, like glass wrapped in blue thread and that type of thing. But the way they handle it seems people don't really know what they are doing, and they are have drawn something in the dart, and it's hard to say. They don't seem to be deceptive so much as inexperienced in camping and frankly in magic.
Probably just whisper the others. So they got the tools. Somebody gave them the tools, but I've seen Ibe work stuff enough to know that they're not using it right.
Well, maybe they should have listened a little more when someone taught them. I think it's their own problem they gotta deal with. We should just keep moving.
I mean, but if something happens to them and then they become possessed, it's just a problem that we're going to have later to deal with.
Well, I mean, I guess we could put it to a vote. Like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to trust anymore.
I'm not sure we ever knew what to trust.
I don't get any sense that they're
That they're what?
that they got ill intentions. Pardon me.
Um, I mean, I've seen you put your things up, but I still don't really truly understand it, Nina. And I mean, Ivy, you and Nina are the two that deal with this stuff all the time, so and know better than us. So I guess this would be your call.
Hey, right now, I'm not going to go be talking to a bunch of white folks I find in the woods.
I happen to agree with Nina. I think they're more just a waste of time. And honestly, if they came this far in the woods and they don't know what they're doing, then best luck to them. They should have thought better.
I want to talk to them about whatever you know about. Go ahead, but I see you out of sight personally.
Yeah, I'll go and talk to them myself. You guys stay here. I'll go and try and help as much as I can. How about that?
Well, first of all, I ain't gonna let you go by yourself, but we've already established that neither of us would know how to set that stuff up any better.
Well, I know the stone trick that Nina's been doing. We've been seeing it every night for a while now. And so you guys just stay low. And Charlie, if you want to come with me, then
When has it ever worked in our favor to split us up?
when we were just in the last town.
I call extenuating circumstances on that.
It's fine. I got something. I know how to do this. She just starts walking.
Charlie walks after her.
I swear to God, I'm gonna have gray hair before my time.
And she is going to actually use one of her things. It's called Hear Me Now. And I'm going to spend 2 intellect points on this.
Nice.
And what it is you project confidence, knowledge, and charisma to all who see you for the next hour. Your demeanor is such that those who see you automatically understand that you're someone important, accomplished, and with authority. When you speak, strangers who are not already attacking give you at least a round to have your say. If speaking to a group that can understand you, you can attempt to have them produce their leader or ask that they take you to their leader, and you gain a free level of effort that can be applied to one persuasion task you attempt during this period. So she goes out. She's not going to be quiet about approaching. She doesn't want them to think that somebody's trying to sneak up on them to steal from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So She's like, "Excuse me."
Oh, look. Hey there.
Hi, how are you? How are you guys doing today?
All right. We didn't expect to see anybody else out in the thick here.
Yeah, it's a long way from home. And I don't want to be out here probably as much as you don't want to be out here, but I noticed some things that you're having big trouble with.
You noticed, huh?
Yeah. I can
Why'd
give you a few pointers to keep you guys safe at night. I can't fix it all. I don't know a whole lot, but I can tell you a few things that'll help you keep you safe at night.
I was approaching out of kind of one of the poorly made lean-tos. There's a more heavy-set man in a shirt that's too wide to be out in the woods. He's sweating. Has a rag that he keeps wrapping his head with. I'm sorry, these guys are. But we'll come up and what yeah, it was winter for some reason. I just messed up. So I was like, what the heck? But comes up and is I'd say in this case seems to be a bit more covered in the rest. How can I came to help? My
Yeah.
folks and I, these folks, we just been could say pleading our cases to the high above, so you can help out.
Yeah, I can help you guys I can help you keep yourself safe at night. Well, safer at night. There's a lot of wicked things in these woods.
Go ahead, give me an intellect challenge.
Persuasion.
Yep.
Awesome. So that is one free level of effort. And I am specialized in persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Yeah, let's see how I roll today. Ooh, 17.
Goes. Okay. Well, show them what we got, everybody. We can use some help out here. We don't want another night being scared out of our gosh darn minds. Yeah, no, we came out here, led them out to pray a bit, and just well, guess we got a little bit out of our depth.
I understand. Well,
Pastor William Walker.
Pastor William Walker, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Ruby. This is my friend Charlie.
Oh,
Pleasure.
Yeah, and she'll show them the 7 stones, and she'll show them everything that she had been watching Nina do at night.
Can Charlie help with this? Charlie, I don't know if I can do. So the description of this ability, anecdote, says that I can tell a story to help a group of creatures bond together, and allow them to actually, for the next hour, they'll be trained in a task that I choose. It doesn't say that I have to know the task. So could I do that to actually train them in the use of magic? Or like an understanding of magic, so that just to help even more with.
Yeah, I tell them a story about people using magic at one point.
Yeah, basically he'll sort of sit down and tell them a story. Obviously he'll pull it from all the stuff we've been doing taking the serial numbers off, taking the names off, but sort of stuff that we've seen, stuff that some of the granny magic we've been influenced with, and he'll do that.
Good. With that, they nod and they seem to like apply the principles and seem to take what Ruby you'd show them, what Nina showed you, and get them just about right. I think I will need, because you're trying to kind of enact some magic for them, Ruby.
Mhm.
Do I give me an intellect challenge for the magic?
Okay, so I am trained in using magic.
Yeah, this would be it.
All right, intellect. Oh man, guys, I'm gonna need to do some recovery rules. All right, so I'm going to actually do 2 edge and 2 effort on that, so that's 3 points for intellect for that, right? Okay. So I don't know if this will work, but I'm trained in using magic. I did the edge.
Effort, yeah.
Yeah, the effort. And I don't know if Charlie helping lures that any as well.
Yeah, would. So what'd you roll?
A 4.
Okay.
Oh!
With the 3 that it lowered from, that will work for you.
Okay, cool. Oh.
Oh, all right. I'm set up. So I'm like, well, this should solve for you better and show up the lines and the ropes. And after a while, I go, well, I just have to say thank you. Glad you all came by. Anything you need help with? Anything we can do?
No, just if you see anybody else having issues like you, just, you know what?
Pay,
Pass
pay,
it
a,
along.
pay a good deed for a good deed.
Yeah.
Good deed for good deed. That sounds perfect.
That's all we need. A good deed for a good deed.
You all be careful, and we'll be praying for you.
You as well. As they're walking back, Ruby's gonna after they get out of earshot and eye shot of these people, Ruby's just gonna stop and Charlie.
Yeah.
You can't just not talk to me. You have to talk to me at some point, you know that, right?
I mean, we've talked, unless you're talking about a specific conversation.
I just feel like you're avoiding me.
Don't understand why you still want to talk to me.
Why wouldn't I, Charlie? Because of that deal you made?
I did it again.
Again?
I sat there staring at him like I did those years ago, and I did it again. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I'm that same. Stupid, worthless boy who made that first deal.
That's the thing, Charlie. You're not stupid and you're not worthless. We were in a bind.
Conversation?
Do what?
Can we hear this conversation?
Well, I kind of stopped out of, hoping
Yeah.
out of earshot of both groups.
Okay, then I don't have to throw something at Charlie.
I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, we were put in a position where something had to happen. You made a decision. Doesn't make you stupid.
I didn't have to say yes to him.
No, you didn't. But it helped and it got us through. And we were able to do what was needed to be done. You're not the only one who made a deal, Charlie.
You're right. You're right. I'm not the only one who made a deal. But I can't help but notice that the deals you and Basil made, from my understanding of them at the moment, though after that one night they might have a dark hue to them. You're both doing something that's going to make this world a little bit of a better place, most likely.
The problem is, I don't know if I can do it. I swore to take not only Margot down, but his empire.
Well, it's a big task, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I think anymore. So much is happening and I just don't want you to think that I think you're a bad person.
Charlie has been avoiding eye contact most of this time. And after Ruby says that, Charlie looks her in the eyes for the first time. And he looks hard like he's looking for something. So I'm going to send this is a question for Courtney. He's looking to see if she's looking at him differently than she used to.
I think I think she is, but not in a bad way. If that makes any sense. More like she's looking at him like she wants him to see her. That she wants him to know that she cares for him.
He looks for a while and just. I know that for whatever reason I can't figure out. I know that you don't. Call it a lack of judgment on your part, but you usually are better. You're usually smarter.
Am I?
So. Sorry, I've been standoffish. Come on, we got a lot on our plate.
Yeah. I do. She smiles.
Let's get back to the others before Basil starts making up stories.
She already has, and you know she has. Let's go.
Other than from you two with Nina.
I'm just saying, Nina, they don't understand that they're in love with each other. And when they figure it out, all my fun will be gone.
Well, then you should enjoy watching while you can.
I do, but it's even more fun to just egg them on so they both get mad and then they both get flustered and then they do these little looks at each other that they don't realize they're doing.
When Basil and Nina are talking, Ivy gets really close, right to Basil's ear, and whispers, "Who are you gonna kill?"
I never said anything about killing. I just said ending his line.
Who are you gonna kill?
I never said I was going to kill anyone.
If you're ending his line, that's pretty serious, Basil. Who is it?
Look, I never said I was going to kill anyone. I just said his line would not continue, and I will ensure that.
Where are they from?
Why are you so in my business?
Because you live with me.
Point. She makes a point.
I just a very mean man that I don't like talking about.
I'm gonna read it in your diary.
I don't have a diary.
You call it your journal, but it's a diary.
You can read in that journal. All you're going to read are conspiracy theories. And maybe a little bit of hate towards Tom, but that's a different story.
And maybe some Ruby Charlie smut.
Okay, that's in the other book, and she's already read that. It's not smut so much as forecasting. Look, Ivy, I'm gonna be real with you. Okay? I'm not gonna kill anyone. I'm just going to publicly ruin them so that nobody ever wants to be with them. Therefore, they will never get married. They will never have kids, and their money will go to people who really deserve it.
What's their name?
Why is this important?
Please.
Are you going to put some weird curse on them?
Sure.
Then I'm not going to tell you their name because I have to do the vengeance and you can't do it. Deal? I'll tell you their name if you promise not to get involved.
Deal.
Okay, their name's George.
George. Okay. Abby then does easy forgetting on you. So I can reach into your mind and erase the last 5 minutes of us talking.
You bitch.
Oh, I know. So I have to make a successful intellect roll?
Do I have to do something against it?
No, it just says with a successful intellect roll, you erase up the last 5 minutes of a memory. You touch a creature and say the proper words. And I rolled a natural 20, Matt.
He rolls natural 20s whenever it suits him.
You're so wrong. Great. And I love it. So wrong.
Amazing.
Well, I don't remember anything, I guess.
All right. And you get back, and Nina's there going, I can't believe this.
What?
At,
Can't
at,
believe
at,
that.
at this point, none of this should be a surprise to you anymore, Nina.
You folks are crazy. Let's get going.
Why is it? Why do you?
It took you that long
How
to
is
figure
that?
this out?
How is that a surprise to anybody?
Huh? Yes, let's go. They were really nice people. They're just out here talking to God, you know.
Charlie will actually say to Nina, Pastor William Walker, that name ring a bell?
I can't say it does.
All right, just making sure.
I think they'll be fine.
Does it ring a bell to me?
No. All
Excuse
right.
me. How much further do we have to go, Nina?
Oh, we should be getting there soon. I don't know what trouble we've been making, so taking us up the back side of the mountain.
Okay. No. Lovely.
We'll be
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, and it's fun. Bianca's been having the time of her life out here, so.
Well, you wanted to see you.
It's fine.
It is. It's close to night. And darkness. It's over all of our Ark Mountain here in the cold. And as you come up, you can see a old shed with a little light on. Where a woman sits. Old pale skin, rocking back and forth, knitting. Calls out, "Hey, who's all out there at this time? Y'all need any help?"
As a matter of fact, we do.
Why? Again, why are we talking to things that talk to us?
Is this the people we looking for, Nina?
Starts laughing. Mama, why are you stop your fooling around?
Oh.
These are okay folks. And as she yells this, see, instead of a small shed, you see a vast, large house on the side of the mountain here.
Oh.
And this dark-skinned woman now just coming up, and she has a sharp sickle in her hand. Old. Very old. Maybe 70, 80. But she stands right and tall, legs shoulder length apart. You sure they ain't got you under something, child? No, like how you like to drink strange things.
I like her.
Oh, you shut up. I was saying drink strange things.
Don't tell your mama to shut up. What's wrong with you?
That's right. You watch your mouth, girl. Yes, Mama. Mama, you're going to leave us out of the thing? She goes, they got a darkness in them, honey.
Yeah?
It's true, Mama. But they done good. I'm telling you. That little thing I went out to take care of for our cousins, they helped. Mm-hmm. Looks like they got help too. Something helped themselves on their hearts.
I mean, can't both be true?
It's a dark spot on my heart that may save dozens of people.
Now that's selling it short. I think it's more than a dozen at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. And Nina, very impatient at this point. Mama, I speak for them. Well, all right, honey. Now you listen good. They are spoken for. You all let them in now. And what looked like now just this house on a mountain. The rock almost looks like it crumbles away. And there is flat, fertile land. Gardens around. And they go back far, almost like they were carved out of this mountain, and plopped down was the most fertile land you ever put your eyes on. And a wide rock walkway that looks downright welcoming.
Why am I surprised by anything at this point?
It's quite lovely.
Now you watch your manners. This is my mama's house.
Of course.
You watch your manners and don't yell at your mama.
So I'm sorry, but I was hanging around her too much. She got me talking like ingrate. And walks up and goes, honey, you come on up. You coming up now. And that is where we'll end for tonight. Oh, and watching, thank you so much, the old gods of Appalachia. And family, we'll see you next week.
Night, family.
Night, family.
Night.